Ezekwesili, who has been a very strong and fervent supporter of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has now declared even more support for Natasha since the federal government decided to file a suit against Senator Natasha. You all know what this woman went through when she, went ahead, to join the team that is representing Natasha at the panel at the hands of Senator Nwaiboy, how Senator Nwaiboy decided to, humiliate this woman, despite the fact that, according to him later on, he said that she's old enough to be his mother. This same senator is the one who said that, the site of the shanties close to the Abuja airport when you are, landing at the Abuja airport is not pleasant. So the Senate president should pass a bill to demolish the place and, take the occupants of the place to another settlement, despite the fact, maybe he did not even, consider the fact that, these people, that land is their ancestral land. Those people have been living there for years. And later on, I later uploaded a video where I talked about how netizens, dug up pictures of his village where women are still fetching water from a stream in this modern age. And not only were they fetching water from the stream, dirty water at that. And this same senator was of the opinion that the shanties should be demolished and new attractive infrastructure should be erected at the same place. Can you imagine? He never thought of, protecting the image of a country when he was busy, portraying that bad character on television. He never thought of, protecting the image of Nigeria then, but now he wants to protect the image of Nigerians by not considering the feelings, the emotional damage it will cause these poor masses that is asking the Senate president to pass a bill to relocate. Anyway, guys, before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Former Minister of Education, Dr. Ezekwesili, has reaffirmed her support for suspended Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan amidst ongoing legal battles and controversy. She said the embattled lawmaker will never ever lack the unwavering support of women and allies around the world. Ezekwesili's statement follows recent criminal charges filed against Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan by the federal government over alleged defamatory remarks made during a television interview. The charges filed under Section 391 and punishable under Section 392 of a penal code accuse the senator of making statements with knowledge or reason to believe they would harm another person's reputation. The suit marked CR 29725 and filed on May 16, 2025 before the Federal Capital Territory High Court lists Senate President Godswill Akpabio and former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello as key witnesses. Akpoti-Uduaghan is a sole defendant. The senator has been at the center of controversy since her suspension from the Senate in March for allegedly refusing to occupy an assigned seat. She has since accused Senate President Akpabio of victimizing her after she allegedly rejected his sexual advances, allegations that further intensified when she claimed both Akpabio and Bello were plotting to kill her. Breaking silence following recent developments, Ezekwesili took to social media to denounce attempts to isolate or undermine women in leadership, describing Akpoti-Uduaghan as a trailblazer deserving of unwavering solidarity. She wrote, and I quote, "Women in public leadership was introduced last March on the occasion of a Kingdom of Saudi Arabia chairing the UN Commission on the Status of Women 2025. To further the goals of expanding the number, influence, and impact of women in public leadership, our organization, WP Leaders, org Women Political Leaders, hosted an inaugural meeting of a global community of women in public leadership in Riyadh as part of a Fortune MPW Summit. We were thrilled to welcome Baroness Theresa May, who joined and offered insight and inspiration to the amazing community of women globally who have begun to co-create the Women in Public Leadership WIP program with a sense of collective ownership and shared purpose. Political and public leadership spaces will be transformed for wider and greater impact as more women step into them in our world. The world needs more and not less women in political public leadership. Those who venture, like the distinguished Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, will never ever lack the unwavering support of the rest of us. and those great and decent men who are true allies to a vision that speeds up progress for our world. No woman who is heavy lifting for society can ever work alone, never. It should be noted that Ezekwesili herself has faced allegations that she received financial incentives from Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan for her support, claims she has yet to address directly. What are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comments section, because like I said at the beginning of this video, Ezekwesili has been a very fervent supporter, very strong one at that, of Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan since this whole episode between Natasha and the Senate President Godswill Akpabio started. Now people are accusing that she has collected money. What does she want to use their money for? Or what does she even want to use the money for? That she will have to collect money from a fellow woman, or have to collect money from any person or anybody for that matter, to defend and stand for what is right. There are some people that do not even have to know you before they stand with you, no matter what. If you are right, even if you are their enemy, they will voice out and say the truth. They are always on the side of the truth. It doesn't matter if you are their enemy or their friend. So it doesn't matter. She does not have to collect money from Natasha to, come out and support her. Anyway, guys, let me have your thoughts and your opinions on that. But before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment we got here is from Ebong Basi, who says, "Our support is nonsense and inconsequential. Support for baseless allegations and flippancy at a level. Even market women can't be that careless in talking, so unguided." Onyekachi Ogbonaya says, "Senator Natasha should remain unbroken, unshakable, and unwavering. Nigerians are with her. Double standards of NPF should not deter her to pursue her claims to a logical conclusion." Aladum Okechukwu says, "Ugly dog, Obi, crocodile, wow. Wow, wow, wow." Anyway, moving on. Ate says, "Let us be wise in every battle of life. Our conquest is not by running our mouths, and let us not fail to make our request known to our Creator. Hear me, God can never forsake his own. In this world and the world to come, the wicked, in whatever form, shall never go unpunished." Frank says, "Madam, you are not helping. You should have advised your woman to coordinate herself, and you are here making some helpless noises. Sorry to say that. She's causing more harm than good to herself and to other women in future. You are not supposed to flow like that. As an elderly woman, if your daughter is in need of some pieces of advice in her married home, what would be your possible advice to help her well? It's unfair. Whether Natasha is right or not, she should maintain her equality. Simple." I have kept seeing these comments from people saying that she talks too much. She talks too much. She talks too much. She needs to coordinate herself. And I think that it just boils down to the fact that, in our culture or in Africa in general, a lot of people have this idea of a way that women should behave. And I think that it should not be about women alone, because there's this idea that, train up your girl child. The girl child needs more training than the man. It is the woman that will keep the home. She's going to her husband's house, thereby leaving the boys, leaving the men untrained. That is why we have so many untamed, untrained, irresponsible men in our society, because it is believed that it is the woman that should be trained. It is the woman that should coordinate herself. That I don't see people telling Dino Melaye that he talks too much. I don't see people telling Dino Melaye that he should coordinate himself. That is just, people expect too much from women and expect too little from men. I don't know if you're getting me. If you're in support of what I'm saying, just leave it in the comment section, because I don't know how else she needs to voice her opinion or express her feelings, if not speak. Should she have allowed, Akpabio, to have harassed her sexually and intimidated her, and she should just keep quiet and not talk? What do you expect that she should have done? Those of you are in the category of those who believe that she's talking too much, she should have just, kept quiet. Let me know what the alternatives are. How do you think, or how else do you think that she should have, spoken or handled the matter? Let me know in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I would love to hear from you. Leave them in the comment section. I'll see you all in my next video.